No, so just talk about having to keep coming back week after week and try to put disappointment behind you and move on.
It's just about working. Not a lot of us have been in this situation before. Being 1 of 5. I haven't since I've been here, but it's just about continuing to work and through adversity, and then that's what it's about. And focusing on me, focusing on what I can do to continue to get better to help my team get a victory and get our first SEC win. So that's what I'm really focusing on.
You got a little more time and be out last week. How'd you feel like you played?
I played all right. I did what my coaches asked me to do, but Coach Van Gorder's putting a lot on just the details of the game, and that's really what I've been focused on the past couple of weeks, making sure that I detail my game and I detail my work to try to help my defense play good and get a victory. So it's just about executing, and that's what I'm focusing on, and that's what my teammates are focusing on too.
Nosa, how important is it for you guys to create turnovers? I mean, you guys are one turnover, I believe, all year interception.
It's big. It's big, and our coaches are harping on it. And we got to go out there and do the things that create turnovers. Going out there and attacking the football and getting there and getting there quick and in a hurry and getting there and causing disruption to the quarterback and doing those type of things. So it's really on us to go out there and do it, and we got to do it in practice first. So that's what we're going to work on today.
Is it, with all the outside chatter and stuff, I know you guys don't pay attention or try not to pay attention to, but does it kind of create that us against the world mentality, especially on defense where you have to play with a little bit of edge?
For some guys maybe it creates edge, but I really don't get into it. I really try to stay away from that, and whether it's positive or negative. But for us, guys have edges already. Their families, doing whatever they have to do to better give themselves a chance to be successful in life. So guys have their edges, and I have mine. So we just try to go out there every single day and get better and try to do what we have to do to be successful.
Now, do you feel like you're back to your old self?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm a little nicked up, but it's just about the grind, and it's just about going out there every single day and doing what I have to do to continue to get better and continue to get to the place where I want to be, and the goals that I set for myself at the beginning of the year and go out there and achieve.
Some of the younger guys get kind of mixed in on the defense a little bit. What are those guys bringing to the table for you guys?
We got some great players, young guys that are stepping up for us, and guys that are playing a lot of snaps and as a freshman or as a sophomore, and those guys are just continuing to get better, and that's what you got to do. As a young guy, you're going to go through your times as a freshman where it seems like it's never going to end, but for those guys, they can just continue to work, and continue to progress. Then they're going to keep working, and they're going to continue to grow and continue to get better as players. So I like those young guys. We got a good group of young guys for sure.
So much talent on this team. I guess what's the one thing that do you guys think that maybe what hasn't clicked, as far as consistency?
For us, it's executing 4 quarters of football. That's what we're focusing on. Just to get our first SEC win, we got to execute in 4 quarters. And it comes down to the 4th quarter execution and detailing our work. And that's what we're focusing on doing. We got great players, and it's going to come down to that. And when we execute for 4 quarters, we're going to get W's. And that's what we got to do.
Do you feel like people are viewing you going into this game as an underdog advantage?
I really don't get into that seriously, but we probably are, and that's something that we just got to go out there and work, starting today, starting tomorrow, get in the film room, do the type of things that help us get victories, and that's what we got to keep doing and detailing our work and execute.
No matter how it happens, just to get a win, what would that mean for you guys, just from a confidence standpoint?
Wins, that's what it's about, at the end of the day, and that's what we work for. So, for us just to get that first W in the SEC is going to be huge, and that's what we're going to go out there to do. And we're going to go out there and work on today, tomorrow, and just do whatever we have to do just to get that win on Saturday.
You're pretty good friends with Lexi Kirkin. What's it like seeing him off the field, and how has it impacted you the way he serves others with his time?
He's awesome. That's a guy that I've gotten to know so well in the past 4 years, and we came in together, and we actually had the opportunity to have the same internship this summer, and we are internship with Youth for Christ, and just to see the way he impacts lives. Really, not just as a football player, but as an Auburn man, as a guy that's really a Christly man that lives his life right, and kids are touched by him, and when he speaks, they listen, and he speaks a good word, and it's awesome just to be a part of that whole deal with him, and he's still growing, and he's still growing in his faith, and it's awesome just to see him, his maturation from '09 to now, and what he's continuing to do in the community and everything. It's awesome.
How nice was it to see him recognized being named to the Good Works team?
It was awesome. you know, what he does in the community is finally getting it's finally in the spotlight. You know, I mean, we don't do anything in the community just to get a spotlight for sure. You know, it's not for the glory for us by any means, but you know, for him just to go out there and get recognized for it is awesome. And I know he's happy about that.
No, so you said you don't pay attention to the outside noise. Is it more difficult to do that now than it was before when the good times were happening, or?
No, because when, you know, it's funny because when you're undefeated, you know, you get the positive noise, and if you listen to it, you know, you're probably not as good as people think that say that you are. And when people say negative noise, you're probably not as bad as people saying you are. So I mean, it comes really in that full circle sense. And you know, for me, I've been here for 4 years that you really can't listen to it. You know, it's all about you going out there day after day and working and continue to grow in what you're doing. And eventually, you know, you're going to get your glorification if you deserve it. And you just got to keep working. That's what it's about. And it's about going out there and executing and doing those fine things that coaches preach to us every single day.
You guys wouldn't be paying the SEC if you weren't competitors. From that standpoint, the 62-3 in the fourth quarter, is that?
It's tough. It's tough. It's really tough because, you know, we're a team that prides ourselves in the fourth quarter, and I've said that many a times. And, you know, for us to play the way we have this season in the fourth quarter, it is tough. But, you know, what are we going to do now? We can't you know, feel sorry for ourselves. We got to go out there and work. We got to go out there and execute, figure out what's going on in the fourth quarter, and fix it. That's the bottom line. Yeah, sure. I'll do.
There you go. Thanks, Mike.
All right, God bless.
Jay, will you have my report? Please, sir. Right there.
Do you want to get on Terry?